Welcome back to GBDA On Air, the podcast all things global business and digital arts. I am Charlie, I'm your host, and I'm joined by Kara. Kara, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's always good to be here. And we have a very special guest today, our GBDA Society president, Tyson. Tyson, how's it going?
Hey everyone. I'm doing great. How are
That's-
you too?
We're great.
Charlie?
We're good to be here. We're good to have you on. We figured you'd be a good guest to get on.
I'm glad to be on.
Very well experienced in the world of GBDA.
I think I'm
That
pretty
fair to say?
wise. I think I'm pretty wise
Yeah.
at this point. I'm in my 4th year, so I have a lot to give.
All right, we love it. All right, now for the topics today, we're gonna get into some good ones. We have internships, which would be for Tyson to talk about,
Ooh,
and we also have advice for first years and our favorite courses. So
cool.
full lineup today, yeah. And
cool.
just some quick things to note for this week. Course selection period is still open for those who need to pick their electives and also their regular courses. It closes on October 4th. I know some people still need to choose their courses. Kara?
Yeah,
It's okay. We still got time.
if you guys haven't done it like me, you guys got a little bit of time. I will
You got
probably do
time.
it tonight.
We're
Don't
pretty
worry about that.
Hurry up a little bit,
Yeah.
you know?
We're fine. You guys don't need to worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Also, was announced yesterday at the GBDA Town Hall. Thank you to everyone who came out to that. It was a good event. The GBDA co-op stream is coming for first years next year. So it'll be a different, no more internship. It'll be a different, a little
Ooh.
bit different. So yeah.
Yeah, that'll be really
Nice little
exciting for
trip.
them.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'm excited for the new GBDA students
Yeah.
coming in.
We're
That's very
still-
very exciting.
Still definitely a relatively young program. So to see that come in this quick, yeah, the future is bright.
No, that's cool. It's cool.
Anyways, now enough of that. That was a pretty quick intro. Good job, everybody. We're killing it.
Yep.
We shall get into internships, and I will throw this to Tyson. Kara is in second year still. I am going into that process soon. Tyson has gone through this process.
I have gone through the process.
So Tyson, tell us how was going through the internship process?
For me, it was actually quite a fun experience. I might be one of the few who enjoy going through many job applications and applying, but yeah, no, it was really fun going through all the different positions on Waterloo Works and just seeing what interests you and stuff. And there's a lot of broad choices that you can choose from. And also the PD course that's connected to the internship really helps you kind of get ready for this process and like helping you with mock interviews and helping you with your resume and your cover letters and stuff like that. So yeah, it was quite a fun process.
Really prepares you.
Yeah, it
What's
really prepared me.
What's Waterloo Works?
Waterloo Works is the website that you go to do the process.
Okay.
Yeah, it lists all the job listings that are available for internships and co-ops and stuff
Awesome.
like that. So, yeah, and it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
fun.
if I can ask, what did you do for your internship? What was your position or role?
Yeah, so I ended up getting into a company called Big Blue Bubble, which is a video game company based in London. If anyone, they are most famous for My Singing Monsters,
Oh, wow.
the phone game, the mobile game. So, if anyone's a fan, you can hit me up. I've got some knowledge there. And yeah, so I worked closely on that game, and I was a social media specialist. Yeah, working on the social media there, making content there. I was more leaning towards the video and motion graphics of the content. So I was mainly working on YouTube, TikTok, and just other stuff that involved video and motion graphics. Like I did a lot of animating, which was fun. It's really cool. And I think the coolest thing about them, and I think this might be a thing with most internships too, is that they understood that they wanted to teach us, and it was a learning experience. Like as much as it is a job and you need to do your tasks, they would really hone in that they want me to learn from this and like teach me new skills. So there would be some days where also I was in person in the office, which was great as well. I know unfortunately some people couldn't do that because of the pandemic. But like there'd be some days where they'd be saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this today. Have you ever done this before in After Effects, Tyson?" I'm like, "Oh no, I haven't really." And then they were like, "Hey, why don't you just sit with me and like we'll explain it and stuff like that." It was a cool learning
Yeah, that's
experience.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. That was
Yeah.
a good
Yeah, that's cool.
experience, a good learning experience. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's definitely a big selling point for GBDA.
Yes, yes. And, we have a great courses and everything here, but it is awesome to have the experience and to be there. And you learn a lot while you're
At your internship.
at your internship.
Yeah, because
And
obviously, like you learn a bunch of things in class, but being
Yeah.
able to actually
being able to apply
it,
those, being able to
that's-
apply those is great. And you learn that maybe you learn what kind of industry you want to go into. I never really considered going into a gaming industry or gaming, the gaming world and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed it, so it kind of honed in on where I wanted to go in the future and stuff. And also, say you got a co-op or an internship that you weren't too fond of, that kind of narrows down that, okay, this isn't maybe a field that you want to go into, and try something else.
Yeah, that's fair. That's awesome. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be exciting going forward. I'll definitely walk through the process as I kind of go through it for everybody who's listening and watching.
It can be. It seems like it could be an overwhelming process, and there is a lot to it, especially when you're applying to many jobs, because there are thousands of them, and you have to go through all the ones that you are interested in and read all their credentials and stuff like that. So it can seem a little overwhelming, but I assure you that it is. You'll be okay. It's fun. I think it's a fun process, and yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And there's not a lot of information on a personal level, from the student's perspective about how that works. It's a lot of just, here's Internship, Waterloo. So yeah, this is good to have you on and learn more about it. And yeah, I'm excited for it, and we'll be sure to keep you guys updated on how that goes.
And if anyone has questions, feel free to ask me or really any other fourth year that has gone through this process, and we'll be happy to talk about our experience and stuff like that.
Most definitely, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, shall we kick it to the next topic?
Let's do
I'll
it.
throw this one to Kara to start.
Advice for first.
Advice for first years. What advice do you have for those first years coming in?
Oh man, obviously my first year was a little different than most, but if I did have one piece of advice, was definitely get involved. Also, if you're around campus, participate in everything. There's so many clubs that organize activities here. I went to a silent disco, which was
that was
super
awesome.
fun.
That's very
I did that
fun.
as well. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Do go.
Cool.
Stalk all the Waterloo social medias, because there's always events going on. There's always going to be contests. I know I got free sushi, which is super fun as well.
Cool.
So, there's always things going around. And if you get involved, you meet new people, you get to go places with those new people, and then you make more friends and you're happier, and it's not just
Yeah,
Waterloo schoolwork all the time.
definitely.
Another
Yeah.
thing I think of is I think people going into university at this age, they feel that they need to have everything figured out for the future. And let me tell you, you do not need to do that
No.
at all. It is totally okay to constantly be trying to figure stuff out, and goals change. If you had a certain goal in first year and now you're in fourth year and you want to do something else, then that's totally okay. Things change. You do not need to have your life figured out when you're 18 going into university.
That's what I was gonna say. It can seem, the transition always seems like it's really jarring, but I think
It is a big transition.
once you're into it, it's not as bad as you think. I thought it was way worse than what it was gonna be. I don't know about you guys, but I
You
thought
just
it was
have to
gonna be way
enjoy the
worse.
process. Because
Yeah.
I don't know about
Exactly,
you,
yeah.
I have absolutely no clue. People ask me oh, what industry do you want to go to? What potential jobs are you thinking? I'm like,
Yeah, it
I
changes
don't
all
know.
the time.
Oh yeah, and see, what I was talking about before too. In first year, I was thinking I want to work for an advertising firm and do stuff and do strategy and look at their data and stuff like that. And now I want to do more content creation for gaming stuff.
Yeah.
So things change.
Yeah, it's a
Don't
long.
worry.
You'll grow a lot
You'll
from first
grow.
to fourth.
You'll
That's
grow.
for sure. But yeah, some of my tips, I think, get involved for sure. That was one of my regrets in first year, was I was kind of shy, but I don't know. I came to my senses a little bit, and I thought it's a good way to make friends and also get involved with like school community. And yeah, it's just a good way to do. Also, a huge thing for me. I don't know about you guys. For organization, I like live religiously by an agenda.
Ooh. Yes. Oh, I was gonna say that.
You're gonna
as
say
well.
that?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
There you go.
Calendar, agenda,
Check it all.
be organized.
Get it all.
Yes.
It's crucial,
It is very
especially in
crucial.
first year when you're stacked with 5 courses.
And
that's
it's
new.
not like you have to like organize your to the hour or even
No.
to the
No.
minute. It's just like maybe just my advice would be like by this day have this done, by this day have this done, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It really helps to be organized, especially when you got multiple stuff going on.
And especially when you first like start out, like that first week where it's basically like an intro week and
Yeah.
you get your syllabus.
Mhm.
Make sure you write down those dates and make sure you have the proper
yeah.
dates. I did that mistake. I'm a pretty organized person,
Yeah.
but there was one syllabus that just like wasn't super clear to me. And I ended up like writing in my agenda that was 2 days later than it actually was. And it was super stressful. And the only reason it was like that is because I didn't ask the prof for clarifications. So you want to be organized and you want to have all your dates written down, or else you're just going to
That might
cause
be
yourself a
my
lot of stress.
that might be my biggest piece of advice, honestly, is having like all the dates. Even if you're just like getting into it and you go through all the syllabuses or
Yeah.
syllabi, and you write down every single date that's coming, like when your exam, even if it's months in advance, just so you know when you get to it. And yeah, that's a big one. Especially also my like last thing to mention. I don't know if you guys comment on this, but having good work-life balance or school-life
Ooh,
balance is
yes,
huge
that is-
to staying up and positive, in my opinion. Can you guys have any thoughts about that?
I mean, I'm not the best person to talk about
Oh.
work-life balance. I'm someone who, like, me working is like my,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like my therapy.
What?
So
Yeah.
I'll do a lot of
You
work.
do got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is like, you can do a lot in a week.
Yeah.
And as long as even some people view work-life balance as, oh, okay, I'll do schoolwork half the time, I'll have a social life as well. I view it more like, because I need to sustain myself. I have a job. So, I just wake up a little bit earlier in the morning to get my schoolwork done. And then I also have a job, but I also have time to spend my time with friends. Because, it is important. You can have a lot of things going on in your life and still have a work-life balance.
Exactly.
I think that really connects to also just staying organized as well. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like my main motivation of staying organized is so I can get this stuff done. So and then I can also hang out with friends and do activities that is outside of school, which is fun because again these are some amazing years that we're all having right now, and you want to make sure you're enjoying them to their full potential.
I was literally just gonna add on that. You may seem like first year might be jarring and stressful, but you only do first year once.
Oh yeah.
And you're looking back, you'll be like, why was I stressed? And it was a good time. I did all my work.
Oh, I look back in high school and I was like, I was stressed all the time. I'm like, I look back in high school, I'm like,
Yeah,
it was
you won't
fine.
worry about it.
It's okay.
It all gets better in the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
So does anyone have any other advice to give before we move on?
I don't have any right now.
I mean,
Oh.
coming back on to work life, just one last thing. You want to also discover what's around you. Like
Yes.
in Waterloo, in Stratford, there's so many things to go see, and there's so many cute shops. There's a cat cafe in Stratford that you can go to during lunch, which is super cool.
Oh, I need to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your day, like make sure you finish your work, but also don't spend all your time in your apartment. I did that mistake the first 2 weeks being here, and now we're already a month in, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know what's around me.
Yeah.
Definitely explore your surroundings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff in Stratford. A lot of good eating spots, and actually a few chocolate factories here that are really yummy.
Yeah.
They are delicious.
And then also in Waterloo, there's a ton of
Yeah.
cool stuff to go to. So yeah.
Yeah, as the great Mac Miller, late Mac Miller once said, keep your eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes.
There you go.
Sorry, being very prophetic right now. All right, we're going to move past that, and we're going to go into our favorite courses over the years. I'll throw this one to Tyson to start. Tyson, give me like 2 or 3, or what are you saying? What is your favorite courses?
2 or 3. So I guess to also rope into our last discussion, when you're in first year, or for electives, take fun stuff that you think would be awesome, not not where it's like, ooh, this is to do with what I want to do in the future. No, take really fun stuff that you think would be cool. Because in first year, I took a superhero class.
Super English?
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah,
It
cool.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was
Take
great.
it.
Yeah, it was great. It's really fun. And then what else did I take? Classical mythology. That was really cool. And then for GBDA stuff, I really enjoyed the project management in teams because, you actually got really, shout out to Professor Sebastian Siebel-Achenbach, that you get really in real life situations in that class because he would tell us different methods of working in teams and stuff like that. And at the end of the class, he would give us a case study every class, and we would have to solve a problem with a team every class, and we had a strict deadline for it. It was really fun. It was cool. And yeah, those are some of the ones that came to mind.
I took that one online. That was a little bit different online, but still more definitely applicable.
Yeah.
And now, okay, I'll throw this to you then, Kara. What are some of your favorite courses so far?
Yeah, back to electives. I loved my Fine 130 class.
Ooh,
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
That's one of mine.
Very good.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I was like, oh, okay, Photoshop. I didn't know how to do any of it because I don't know. I never took any Photoshop classes in high school. I was like, oh, I can try to make myself look prettier. I can put a cow into a random photo.
Oh yeah, all the
maybe.
most important skills from that one. Yeah.
But the thing is that it actually helped me in a bunch of my other courses in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave me really valuable knowledge. And even though it was an elective that I decided to do, it's not exactly what I wanted to do in life. I don't want to do Photoshop the rest of my life. But I was like, oh, it's a valuable skill.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
it was super cool, super fun. I learned a lot. It was really challenging though, I will say, on a creative perspective.
Oh yeah, it does push you.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Take courses that push you to do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily do. Like right now, taking a creative writing class and writing poems and stuff.
Ooh.
And I don't write poems. I don't do that. But
You don't want to tell us a little poem right now?
I do not.
Little young Shakespeare.
If I'm more confident, we can post it on our Instagram or something like that.
Okay,
I'll make a GBDA poem.
We'll think about it.
But it's putting you in a place where you're not fully comfortable, but I think that's good. Kind of pushing yourself to learn something that you wouldn't necessarily do because you have an opportunity to do that now.
Yeah, I'll add on to that with the Fine 130. That's a good in GBDA. It's a good what am I trying to say? Complementary course to GBDA because it's you do a lot of Photoshop and you make posters and things. So if that's a good course to help kind of bump up your skills. And some other standouts for GBDA 201 and 202. I was remote, but it's the video production class.
We're doing that right now. It's so fun.
It's
really
fun.
I'm about to make some Pokeballs tonight, so I can film it.
Cool.
My roommate Graham, he's gonna make some cookies.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Let's
a good
give a quick
time.
shout out. Graham is the tech man behind this pod.
He is right here.
I'll just say hi to Graham.
I'll say hi.
Graham's behind the camera. You guys can't see him,
Yeah.
but he's
But
a
we
legend.
appreciate
But
him.
everyone at home, can you say hi to Graham?
Yeah, everyone please say.
And
We'll give you a moment. We'll give
yeah.
you a second.
Us?
Everyone be quiet for a second.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. He really
All right,
appreciates
yeah,
that.
Graham really much appreciates that. Okay, yeah. Those are some of my favorite. And CS 105, I really enjoyed the kind of weekly grind of that one in first year. Anyways.
Tyson's looking at us and you're like,
Yeah, I know.
you like CS 105?
This was a hot topic last week. We were talking about CS. Kara said she liked CS a lot, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I didn't mind it. I enjoyed the first part.
I didn't love it. But you know what? That's
no,
kind of
it's
it's
okay.
nice because you figure out that hey, maybe this isn't really my thing. So.
Exactly. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, that about wraps it up, I think. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Tyson, for being
yeah.
here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No, this has been awesome. It's great to have Tyson on. Let us know. Always shoot us messages at GBDA Soc Instagram to let us know topics or things you want to talk about, guests you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that has been the second episode. We're back again. Not just one episode. Anyways,
Cool.
thanks. This has been GBDA On Air. I'm Charlie.
I'm Kara.
And
I'm
thanks.
Tyson.
Oh, no. I kind of cut Tyson off there. And this is Tyson. So thank you, everyone, for watching, guys,
All
and
right.
listening. Sweet. See ya.